Hello YouTube, the Eye of Stone here. We have reached day 6 of our Let's Play of Thief Deadly Shadows. This is where things start to get real. We're going to have Garrett running around the city with the Keeper Enforcers chasing him, and we are going to be fighting to stay out of sight and turn over our loot so we can get fully equipped to take on what is probably my third favorite mission of the whole game of Brethren and Betrayers, where we're going to be raiding the Keeper compound. This is going to be busy and somewhat nerve-wracking, so let's get to it. Here we go. So you can see the rubble on fire from the clock tower over there. We are out here on the city streets after destroying the Hammerite clock tower, and it's going to be a long night. I can tell you that right now. This is going to be a long sequence. The first thing we're gonna do is go through the motions of selling out all our loot at all the fences and rearming ourselves. I talked a lot about this in the last video, but we're gonna go from hiding from the Keeper Enforcers straight into Of Brethren and Betrayers, which takes place in the Keeper compound. This is not the time to be under-equipped. We want to be maxed out on all our equipment. So, not rushing anything. We're just gonna visit the fences, pick up whatever resources for free that we might need by going around the various places, buy the rest from the shopkeepers. Then, so I'm just taking stock of that. Okay, what we need. I'm kind of OCD with this aspect of it in this Let's Play. I like to make sure and double sure, triple sure that everything's maxed out. So I spin the wheels a lot, checking and rechecking. It annoys me. I'm sure it annoys you guys, but
always nice to see you, G. Oh, you don't mind me calling you G, do ya?
So we have a fair amount of money to spend. So let's spend it.
Thanks for coming in. Hey, Garrett. Hey, did you know... Oh, I'll just let you shop.
You don't want to go up against the Keepers under-equipped. You want to have a full bag of tricks. Get one of these.
Good luck with your purchases, Garrett. You always make such great choices. It's just so inspiring. Did I tell you I was...
No, you didn't. So, we're gonna, again, go all over the city. Wash, rinse, repeat. Till all my loot's turned into coins and till all my resources are maxed out. Then we're gonna go watch a cutscene with the Keepers. Then we're gonna get chased by the Enforcers. Then we're gonna watch another cutscene. Then we're gonna go to where the mission's gonna be. Now, I don't like that. when the guard is nearby and I exit. I don't like that. It tends to result in they can get suspicious like that, but if I wait for him to turn about, this is very quickly going to turn into a 2-hour affair. I don't want it to do that. This is just housekeeping. This does not have to be great artistry. But there's also no rush, and I always have time for this guy. No matter how many times I keep stealing all 3 of his stacks of coins, he puts them back out for me. These. Hey Garrett, what'd you steal this time?
Let me know what I can do for you, Garrett.
Now let's go visit Thomas. Hello, Thomas. How are
Excuse me.
you?
Are we looking for anything special tonight, sir?
A lot of water arrows. Gonna need every last one of them, too. And yes, YouTube, you will have to pardon me. This is, as it were, television land, but I am sick as a dog as I'm recording this. I'll try not to be too guttural about it. Okay. My favorite fence.
Hope you got something good, Garrett. Business ain't what it
Nothing's ever what it should be with you.
I trust all's well
Hold
with
on
you?
then.
You know what? Sam Swarthy doesn't have anything I need tonight. Get whatever we need elsewhere. There's no reason to mess around with that. Just trying not to walk straight into a watchman. Let's see.
Catch up
Okay.
with you later, eh?
Now, we're gonna do a little break right here. One thing I am gonna permit myself. I made a video about this a long time ago. If you know what to look for in this game, out here on the city streets, you can come across all kinds of areas like this, but you're not supposed to get there, so you can go following those kind of little nooks and crannies. You can get stuck. Oftentimes Garrett just dies, and sometimes you can even succeed in freezing your machine.
Some bloody fool.
And didn't I tell you that was exactly what was going to happen? I hate it when this game does that. Ugh.
Where are you?
That,
If you've got any sense, you're long gone from here.
that annoys me to no end, but I kind of figured. Once you've played this game for a certain number of decades, almost, I hate it when it does that.
years. Just fell over. Poor old clock tower. Lucky I wasn't underneath at the time.
He's a
Never there when you need him.
He's a man of deep compassion. Boy, that almost went really badly. And
Tower comes crashing down, missing me by inches. And does anyone even say, "You okay, Clara?"
boy, this is not getting me where I need to go. No, what am I doing? For goodness sakes. Sorry about that, guys. Magical thinking
How was your day? Bugger off.
does not activate no clipping mode. Alright, now let's not run afoul with this guy. This is actually really not good cover. You see the gem?
Evening, officer.
I was cutting it pretty close. Evening, officer. Okay, let's MST3K, a keeper cutscene. It's that a one.
Interpreter Katika. Katika? Keeper Orland. Katika is dead. Murdered. I went to bring her the copy of Moran she requested, but then her door was open. She never leaves it open. I looked in and
Garrett has killed Interpreter Katika, you say? Seize him and bring him to the council room. This is the only murder in our ranks since these halls were founded by the first of our ancestors.
But Garrett had no reason to kill Katika. Has he not walked in line with the prophecies before?
Some say the prophecies point to him as brethren and betrayer. Surely he knew that the
Garrett killed Constantine. Yes, and Karis as well. His hands long.
A thief, and no stranger to murder is
not match the manner in which Katika was killed. How could Garrett have been the one?
Remember that we asked Garrett to join us, to share his knowledge and skill. But now we turn upon him without proof.
Broken and destroyed the clock tower. Petty vandalism.
Notice that the clock tower does appear that way from some angles. We must consider the implications. If that prophecy refers to one of
the clock tower is irrelevant. The matter at hand is murder, done by one who we accepted as our guest and brother.
But is that actually Keeper Orland, Artemis walking away, or is it Gamal in disguise? And what on earth was Orland smoking during this cutscene? I sure wish he'd share some. Yeah, I'm not intimidated. You guys are actually underwhelmingly wimpy. We're gonna fix you right up.
I have heard enough! Garrett, have you anything to say before sentence is passed?
You haven't listened to anyone else yet, Orland. Why start now?
Silence! You are declared guilty of Interpreter Katika's murder. Your punishment will be determined by the council. Now remove him!
Comfortably dumb.
I regret to inform you that Garrett has escaped.
Very good. Call together the Keeper Enforcers. They will track him down and erase our problem.
Even if you have played the game and you know what's going on, this cutscene is still sort of puzzling. Okay. Shh! They're coming. They're goth guards.
He is not here at present. I do not sense him.
Oh boy. I promise I'll behave.
This keeper door can't be used. Something must be wrong with the glyphs.
Getting into dagger fights with these guys is how you waste health
The
potions.
enforcers are using telepathy to communicate silently. I don't think they know I can hear them.
Maybe they can hear you, Garrett? Had you thought of that? Anyway, it's not worth it to get into it with these guys.
Cut off all possible escape routes.
I'm not usually this irreverent where anything Thief is concerned, but these guys are just goofy. If there's one thing about Thief 3, never mind the third person or the...
Orders are to find the betrayer and erase.
Never mind the different health drop thingies or the visibility gem or lack of rope arrows. Never...
When we find Garrett, act swiftly. Do not hesitate. He has Keeper training.
I was fine with all the changes they made. It's fine. But these Keeper Enforcer dudes, not a fan. They're annoying. It's fun to make them die. But
when he is found, cut off all possible escape routes.
That's sloppy gameplay. We don't want to... I don't want to set a bad example.
When we find Garrett, act swiftly. Do not hesitate. He has Keeper training. No sign coming. But he has training. He will use the shadows.
Will I? Will I really? Maybe I know that's where you'll be looking, since I have training. Maybe I'll do something uncharacteristic. Maybe since I know what Keeper training is, I will do something unusually brazen. And that's the other thing. All the Keeper Enforcers do is get into brawls with the Hammerites and the City
But I got my
Watch.
papers, all in order, see? And quarantine's over, right? Look, I got a cart full of food. Big party tonight at the Waldorfs. I'm the caterer. No, of course not. Are you even hearing me? I've made a contract to
Good
be at the Waldorf
shot.
Mansion. Their daughter's engagement party. I'm telling you, if I'm not there in an hour, my reputation will be ruined, and I'll be out of business before you can say Burrick's breath.
Move along. Have a nice day.
You tell him, Benny.
I'm not moving, not until you let me cross. I want to see someone in charge. Are you listening to me?
What you gonna do? Anyway.
Welcome, welcome. Step into my store. I call it Carmen's Place, because that's me. I'm Carmen. The Hammerites think I sell ladies' undergarments or something. I don't know where they got that impression, but it keeps them away. So everybody's happy, yeah?
I'm happy. You don't want to keep me away, do you? Now, you notice there was the gold practice lock. We'll come back for that later. I didn't buy it. I need to have a full arsenal. We'll come back for the gold practice lock later. It's the last lock I need to buy, but we'll get it next time. You can pause here if you want to read. Anyway, as I was trying to say, the way to stay out of the Keeper Enforcer's line of fire is not necessarily... You don't try to hide from them. They're always skulking about, looking at the ground, looking in the corners. Walk right past them. They won't notice you. If they're not getting beaten up by the Hammerites and or the City Watch, they're going to be scanning the corners.
If they be worked well.
Just
the hand of the builder is in the tallest tower.
Walk right past them.
Bridge.
I don't need that gas arrow. I have plenty. Let's go in here. I'll also mention that we are presently in the old quarter of the city. I probably should have mentioned that a little bit sooner.
Our orders are clear. Find Garrett and eliminate.
Those...
Dead. I guess Ramian isn't going to be much help after all.
Those orders could be... were a little basic. Are you sure that's all you're supposed to do when you find Garrett? I mean, you're supposed to eliminate him, right? Not just find him and then eliminate. Anyway, this is the old quarter. We will not have seen this part of the city in this game before in this Let's Play.
Let nothing distract us. If anyone tries to interfere with the mission, destroy.
I just can't quite take it seriously. I'd try. Uh-oh. You're about to.
No, there was no sound.
Hey! What dost thou do there, Garrett? 'Tis surely wicked.
Yes, it is, brother. It is surely wicked. I would be remiss if I didn't show you all around a bit. You can get to the docks via there. Yeah. We're gonna not do that just yet. I want to show you down. What the heck? Okay, this is puzzling me. Wasn't expecting that. Let us go to Fort Ironwood, which is the Hammerite, I guess, fort in this area of the city. That was strange. There was something I was thinking would be there that isn't, but my brain is shot. Fort Ironwood is this building here. It's just a city hammer facility, and we had to jump over a bunch of bodies to get to it. So this is Fort Ironwood.
Greetings, brother.
Yes, I am loaded up on cold medicine, by the way, in case it wasn't obvious. So it's just like an urban church. I don't know why they call it fort, but they do. Okay, so yes, here are the zombies. It's infested with zombies, by the way. except I don't see any zombies. Oh, there they are. There we go. Okay. Boy, I was about to say, I'm remembering this differently. Yeah, let's...
Hast Brother Oliver arrived at a solution?
Nay, and meanwhile the room doth become more rank by the hour.
'Tis true. We must bury his body soon, else the woman and all of us will be consumed by noxious vapors. But what choice have we, Brother Rivet? The undead return so quickly after we smite them.
Thou speakest aright. The burial canst not proceed till we discover what has caused them to return so often.
And perhaps I should have spoken before, but I swore I did see a dark figure disappear from the graveyard as I approached. But when I checked the spot, it was only a tangle of briars.
Thou must inform Brother Oliver. Thou hast had a vision of pagan treachery to come.
I need no vision to remind me of their evil. But if the Builder has seen fit to send me one...
We thank the Builder for all his gifts.
Okay, we're gonna... So there's a healing font. We're gonna make use of that holy water in a minute. But before we do that, I think I sort of understand what's going on here. We only want to clean up the crypt once. It's crawling with undead. And before we go downstairs to do that chore, let's see. Yeah. And I also want to... Okay, it's not there. I bet you if we go back to that sewer, there'll be something new to see. And I bet you it's this one, and that'll all be... Especially since there's a vine arrow there. And a street full of dead bodies. This is all... Don't worry, this is all gonna make perfect sense. I promise. Let's just go down here a second time. Aha! Yes. Okay. So.
Bees, you stay away from them hammerheads.
He looks like H.P. Lovecraft. Okay, you can pause the reading here. Basically, this guy is causing the undead to rise and cause problems because... Basically because the pagans want you to fire a moss arrow at yet another cornerstone. That's basically what this comes down to. So when we fire that moss arrow into that cornerstone, then we can take out the undead and the burial can proceed. See, I told you it makes perfect sense. Just gotta jump over the dead bodies again.
What dost thou... Hey! Who hath slain thee, brother?
Fall before me!
Boy, the fighting's getting close. That was unsuccessful. So the Enforcer actually managed to win a fight for once. Alright, back inside. Okay. Now, we are going to go visit some old friends. Really wouldn't try this at home.
Eat, thief.
Let's just make sure we have enough holy water. I think we do, though. Let's just go for it. case I mess this up royally. Okay. Another glitched deployment. Perfectly good. Well, I guess it levels out. I would like to think that I could have gotten both of them with one, but at least it's 1 for 1. So we're going to come back here later. This area is going to be important. This is also going to be important later, but for now, for those of you who are less familiar with the history of the franchise, we're in the Old Quarter, but we're in the part of the Old Quarter that isn't walled off, because at least half the Old Quarter, if not more of it, is kind of a walled off zombie zone, if you will. There's a lot of history that goes into that I cannot undertake to tell. Most of you probably know it, at least as well as I do anyway, but if there are those of you watching this who haven't played Thief Gold or Thief the Dark Project, there's history to all this. Boy. Yeah, we wanna yoink. Okay. And down we go. Push the button. Got some old friends to visit down here. Really wouldn't try this at home. I like what they did with the scream. I like the face. They're not fast enough. And they needed to have been given the old long swords. Not the Gladys-style Roman legionary swords that everybody uses in this game. They needed to have been given the long, old school swords. They sound right and they look more or less right. They just, they're not nearly as deadly as the TDP Thief Gold haunts. Kind of a heavy lock. Old kitchen. This crypt does sort of remind me of good old St. Yora's, though. I would love to do a video about St. Yora's. I've sort of been trying to find an angle. There was some history there too, with that grave we just looked at, by the way. But again, I can't tell everything. I would love to do a video about St. Yora's, but I kind of need concept. Just running around there and having them chase me. Well, I don't know. Ooh. Hello. that's a good epitaph for anyone. Ooh, that sounds good. Hello? Okay, now, did you hear that? We're gonna go back and listen to that again in a minute. First, though, boy, that was another glitch. Well, I'm gonna be reduced to flash bombs. Uh-oh. So that's the third one. We're gonna look at that gargoyle statue in a minute. I wanna pacify the area first, though. Boy. Flash bombs and fire arrows are pretty readily available. In fact, there's an inferno in there, and I'll bet we can replace the fire arrow immediately. We're going to go back over by that gargoyle statue, though. There's something I want to say about that. The big locks. The lock exists to be picked. Alright. Just don't want to burn yourself. You can burn yourself on those sometimes. So we have a couple flash bombs to buy, no biggie. We pacified this area pretty easily. Let's see what else there might be to see. Okay, now. Obviously, none of you need me to tell you about Lord Bafford, but this is his wife. Now, you hear that little sound ambience there. Okay, this is one of those moments in Thief 3 where it's still Eric Broisius, it's still Thief. There is continuity with the other two games. This right here is one of those subtle, quiet, delicate little thiefy moments that, you know, yes, we are in the same universe. This is why I actually am a supporter of Thief 3. You know, in the game universe and in our universe, yes, some time had moved and some things had changed, but some stuff actually had stayed the same. And for me, anyway, the essence was not lost here. And that right there, that ambiance, just quietly playing out, you know, that's, I mean, Eric Broisius is such a genius at what he does. He can take a person's entire life and condense it into an ambient sound effect. You know, when it's a question of how you make it and also a question of how you use it. You know, that sound by a giant gargoyle statue, you know, it's like, as Ridley Scott always likes to put it, you can't do better. And you can't. That's one of those this is Thief moments right there. Okay, now we can replenish our holy water a bit. We're not going to need holy water against the keepers, but
how fares thee, Garrett?
Quite well. How about you? Yeah, we get to go back inside. That's right. That haunt did succeed in injuring me, didn't he? They'll do that. Okay, that shouldn't have happened. I thought we put this thing to bed.
Only the builder can judge thee, Garrett.
Oh, a dirty progressive, huh? A reformer.
And didst the man say, "No, I do not"? Garrett, 'twas most rude.
I shall fell the beast!
Uh-oh.
Where didst that?
I better get out of here. I think I've worn my welcome out. That was most rude of me. Alright. You know, it's gonna be slightly slower going and kind of, yeah, so I didn't manage.
Something is unbalanced.
I don't know what I did in there, but I don't seem to have damaged my alliance with the hammers. That's the main thing I was worried about. I don't know what I did. I didn't try to pick his pocket or anything. But it'll probably all be okay next time I go in there.
Do I sense? I no longer sense what that was.
It's just not worth it. If at all heavenly possible, you should just slow it down.
Underestimate the betrayer. He will try to evade.
If at all heavenly possible, you should just slow it down and stay out of their way. You know, in Doom you have the rocket launcher, but I don't want to damage the city over them.
I read my tea leaves this morning. They told me you'd be here and that you'd need to buy something. Yes, the tea leaves never lie.
What else did they tell you about me? Been a while since I saved. Alright, 30, 23. Gonna need to get 2 more of those. Yeah. We don't really need any holy water. The trick is just to stay out of trouble. Okay, let's go in here. This is the pub. This is the local bar. Now, there is loot to be had. I've created bigger disturbances in here before. Yeah. It's taken under advisement. Don't really need any. Some loot to get.
Your interference must end. I have the betrayer here.
Well, do you or don't you? Yes. are a little agitated tonight. Since there's these random masked weird people going around fighting the cops and kind of sucking at it. Yes.
Did I just... Nothing. My eyes must be going.
Well, that's the second time tonight this game has done that to me. It's like I just come in and already I've got problems. Boy, things are going just swimmingly for the enforcers. Benny, please don't come over here. I don't want to hurt you, man. Don't come over here. Not tonight. Standing.
I really thought someone was there.
Around waiting.
How could I be so wrong?
I ask myself that question all the time. Boy, now this idiot is keeping you hung up on that planter, so now none of you are going anywhere. Boy, you're really creating a bottleneck here, Mr. Unarmed Civilian. I might just have to deal with you. Boy, sinking a knife in your back wouldn't be something that would probably actually take this situation and make it a lot worse. So...
Run! Quick! This way!
They did it.
What?
Man.
I'm feeling something is nearby.
Place like this.
You know, it got old after like the second time.
Someone is close. I am searching. Perhaps I was too eager.
No means no. So he's got a static post here by the entrance to the Keeper facility, which is logical. Now, do we need to do a knockout or a use of lethal force here? Yes or no? The answer is no. It's not necessary. It's a possibility and it might be highly desirable, but that does not mean it is a necessity. Let's just save in case I botch the job. Alright, see how he looks that way, and now he looks this way? That's your opening.
Something fiendly. Perhaps.
The job has been botched.
I sense nothing.
We have to go back.
Again, we must seek.
We have to go back to South Quarter. I forgot a step.
No, I did not see him. An ambush.
Oh dear. I forgot a step. This is what happens when you're too familiar with the story. Garrett's not supposed to know that he needs to go back there yet. Boy, we actually have a lot to do. We don't just have to go back to South Quarter. We have to go back to South Quarter, and then we have to go back to the Old Quarter, and then we have to come back here. I've been getting way ahead of myself.
How goes it then?
Evening to you.
Okay, we really jumped the gun on this one. Gee, I wonder why I might have done that. Could it be I want to get off the city streets?
Yikes, watchman. It's not me you want. Have I lost them?
Do not have time for this. Balance that.
Did I just hear?
Okay, buddy. For your safety, anesthetic. You're the one who wasted the keeper in here. You try to blame it on me? He sees me. This ain't gonna work. Yeah. Now look at the mess you've made. 6 more. Yeah, I already got these. See, we still have to get that golden practice lock, but I'll do that after the next mission. Okay, you still have friends and allies. Come visit us in the graveyard. There's a super secret special portal that we're going to use to get there. Whoops. Uh-oh. I don't know what...
Always alert. He will attempt to evade.
I really sort of don't know what the point of putting him there like that was, because getting past him is pretty darn easy.
Hey, Garrett, how's the thieving going?
Don't ask.
When we find Garrett...
Take your time, look around. Here at the Well-Equipped Thief, we pride ourselves on stocking everything a person like yourself might need. Something in particular you're looking for?
Except you're dead.
Oops. Well, the City Watch made themselves useful. took that guy out. Uh-oh. It's this guy from before.
Doth vex me so.
What you shooting at, soldier? Man, what the fuck do you think I'm shooting at?
At least it doth repeat.
Mine fury doth mount to the builder's heavens!
Again, it doth vex me so.
He mad.
That's right.
I shall find you the easier the more noise you make.
He's angry at the glitch in this game. This is hurling that thing at zombies only he sees. Well, at least he's not mad at me. I was worried earlier.
Keepers. Taking a break from trying to kill me?
Not all keepers believe you are guilty, Garrett.
But neither had we the evidence to alter the outcome of your trial.
The trial was a disgrace. Orland is not fit. He knows he must replace Kataka, so he plans to promote that child Gamal to the position of interpreter.
So you formed your own little club.
There are others, too. The Keeper hierarchy is in flux. We know Orland tried to frame you, but we cannot discern his motives.
That's easy. Orland is the brethren and betrayer, and he knew Kataka was onto him. He needed to kill her before she announced his name, and thought he could get rid of me at the same time.
That is only one of many possibilities, Garrett.
He has suppressed all inquiries into the Clock Tower prophecy. Have you heard? From above, the rubble forms an arrow, and it points directly at the Keeper Library.
The evil one will be pointed to.
It is as if someone actively seeks to bring the Dark Age upon us. There is a corruption. Whenever the glyphs...
Keeper Artemis hasn't been seen since before the trial. He confided in me that he no longer knew who to trust. He acted strangely, so secretive.
But he was right. There is no way to know who to trust. The degree to which the glyphs...
Orland fears you still, and he will until the enforcers bring him your corpse.
He has used a binding glyph to seal every glyph door in the whole city. He is watching all of us. Until you are found, no one is allowed to enter or leave the compound.
We've been using Orland's own secret tunnel. It connects the compound to his office in the library. There's much danger, but it is the only way we can meet without being
Perhaps
overheard.
we can help you. The Keeper assassins won't have given up, and...
You've helped me already.
Why? What do you intend to do?
Find some proof that Orland is guilty. That shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, where do you think you will find this proof? Garrett?
Am I ruining anything by saying that wasn't Keeper Isolde? I think she actually does survive, though. But that wasn't her. I don't really think I'm ruining anything by saying that all was not well there. Because you see her later, the real her. Alright, now don't mess this one up, guys. There. Who says? Says you, I will. I don't care to be chased by one of these things on my way out. Just take it slow. No rush. Okay. Now we get to go all the way back.
Like I ain't tired enough from serving about 1 million ales today, and now this. Whatever it is.
Alright. Let's just get around.
Well, I guess I gotta admit there's nothing here. Except maybe a rat or two lapping up.
Okay. Now we've just got to get through the alley of annoyance one last time.
Nice night.
How are things?
It's not that nice a night, old Benny. It's been kind of a catastrophic night. Alright. Peace and quiet for my entrance to the next level. We're gonna need these. We are acceptably well stocked. I can defeat of brethren and betrayers with this loadout. Now, it's kind of a waste because you're not technically in the mission yet, but you probably just want to go ahead and put a moss arrow down.
Nothing seems to be in its proper place of late.
And just crawl slowly.
Where can they have gone? They should be right there in the third shelf, or at least signed.
It's not actually that difficult, it's just there's like this is just one little timing puzzle right here, and it's not even a puzzle. You just take it at the right pace, follow him to this corner, don't bump into the bench, go against the wall here, wait for him to go back to that podium on the left. All too easy. Paying any attention. You're in the clear. In we go. Now, Orland had been getting letters from someone who signed their name C. I'm hardly ruining by anything by saying that he assumed it was Katika. Okay.
Orland's tunnel was right where I was told it would be. I haven't been in the Keeper compound since my trial. It's a sprawling complex right in the heart of the city, hidden by glyphs. Orland has the compound on alert, so they'll be armed and ready for intruders. Me, that is. So much for working together. I know I didn't kill Katika, but someone did, and my money's on Orland. He fixed the trial and sent the assassins after me, and the fallen clock tower points right to his office. Brethren and betrayer suddenly makes sense. But suspicions aren't enough, so tonight I'll do some snooping. And if a little Keeper wealth ends up in my pockets, all the better. Orland's place is on the top floor. No surprise, he's always liked looking down on people. Artemis has a room near the dormitories. I should search there, too. And I'd better check the scene of Katika's murder. One last thing. The Keeper Council meets tonight. If I can stay awake, I might learn something.
We set difficulty to expert, and I will see everybody next time.